From NBC News, this is Today.
A little bit on that experience.
It does look like fun. And also, I think we've all probably experienced this at one time or another. You're at the ATM, it's late at night, you kind of get nervous. Is there someone around? What do you do? Well, people, women especially, they do get attacked at alarming statistics. It's once every 6 seconds. So we're going to show you some, very simple self-defense moves. What you can do to try to get your attacker away from you. And they are just sort of basic. We will not be dressed like that. Yeah. But basically, I mean, one of the tips is you should aim from the neck up. Like, you know, that's the vulnerable area.
Absolutely. The neck up. And actually the feet, too, are pretty vulnerable.
And there's probably one other vulnerable area, but we won't go there.
Still to come, we're going to show you some self-defense moves. Right, Hoda?
Yes. Well, yeah. We're karate chop.
Karate chop.
What else do we
what
have
every woman needs to know. Also coming up, we're going to show you how to treat neck and back pain without surgery.
Let's get started with today's woman and a surefire self-defense tactic. According to the National Center for Victims of Crime, in this country, an assault occurs every 7 seconds, and violent crime occurs every 6 seconds. And those are really some startling statistics.
Amazing.
So, do you know what you would do if you were put in that situation, if you were attacked? What would you do? Well, self-defense expert Chris Pizzo, a.k.a. Captain Chris, is here along with his colleague Todd Herman to show us 4 life-saving moves.
Todd gets to wear all the padding.
Yeah,
Good
exactly.
to have you.
Hi,
Chris,
guys, how are you?
actually, this became a real passion of yours to teach self-defense after you went through a road rage incident,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Somebody attacked you?
My wife and I were actually attacked and almost stabbed
Oh, my
to death in the
goodness.
street. And,
How frightening.
and I already had plenty of martial arts and military experience previous to that, and it still didn't help us. So I really went on kind of a quest to find what really works in the fear-induced state for self-defense.
And you say when people are being attacked that they tend to rely on gross motor movement skills.
That's right.
What is that?
Well, what gross motor movements are just large muscle group movements, as opposed to using complex things like they teach in martial arts, which are punches. Gross motor movement would be raising your hand above your head or running away.
Right.
And what I've discovered was that there is an actual system of self-defense in World War II called close combat, where it only uses gross motor movements to do this.
Let's break it down. Let's give us some kind of news we can use. Okay. The very first move you have is called the finger dart strike.
Right.
So what's happening? Am I being approached from the front or the back? What's going on?
Well, first of all close combat training, can be used in any sort of self-defense situation.
Okay.
It's very important not to learn different things for different situations, because you're not going to know what happens.
So give me the finger dart.
So a finger dart is literally just whipping your hand out, and whether you hit him or not, if you're not paying attention,
Going
if
for
you're
the
doing,
eyes, or are you going
it doesn't
for a
matter
certain
where
point?
you're going.
But
You're
the
as
neck
long as you go
above the neck.
above the shoulders. That's right.
Right.
And this itself will either generally stop him mentally, or you can hit him in the face and it will stop him.
And then what happens, though?
Then you have to make a decision, all right? That's only going to stop him for a fraction of a second, and it's just going to buy that time for you to either make your escape or to drive back into him, determining whatever you think is necessary.
Because you say a lot of us, what we do is we tend, to push, or you tend to, to try to.
Especially for women,
that's not going to do anything.
It's very important that you do not
that
push.
size.
Right? Do not push or punch right in the center mass. It's just going to tire you out.
Right.
So it has to be above the shoulders or below the waist.
Okay. Next self-defense technique is the ultimate cover. Someone like me who's pregnant, you say this is a good move to know as well.
Sure. Ultimate cover is just a lot of times, again, your first reaction in a self-defense situation is to panic, right?
Right.
So your natural instinctive movement is to cover, is to cower.
Right. Yeah.
But all you have to do is wrap one hand around. You can go ahead and try it. Wrap one hand, grab your collar, grab your clothing, go underneath, and Todd, walk right into me. All right. And this will actually protect you, wrap you up in a little bit of armor.
And you're protecting your eyes, you're protecting your...
Exactly. Enough for you to make now the decision to go that way or to go back into...
And then push into
which is the next 2 moves I'm going to show you.
Okay. The next one is called the edge of hand, and this is for someone who may not be that physically strong, right?
That's right. This works for everybody. And what's great is a lot of really experienced martial artists and military and law enforcement guys come to us for this kind of training anyway.
How do you
because
do this?
An edge of hand is literally an old school karate chop, all right? Anywhere you hit from the tip of the pinky, the tip of the elbow, you chop above the shoulders, and you can chop below the waist.
Yeah.
You guys want to give him a chop? Go ahead. That's right.
Or
below the waist. That's right. Okay? That's exactly it. That's all good.
He's like, I'm good. He's got multiple pads in certain areas.
These are all gross motor movements, so they happen. Your body wants to naturally do these anyway.
Right.
What about the tiger claw?
All right, tiger claw can be either used whenever, but really what it is, it's just a natural movement of you reaching up and grabbing and pushing his face back. All right, just like before, your natural instinctive motion, all right, if somebody's approaching you, is to stop them. All right. And if you can't do the finger dart or you're too late for the ultimate cover, you can always drive back in, grab that face, and snap that head back, which will then in turn bring his head below his heels, which will then elevate his heart rate, drop your heart rate, and he becomes now
What if
afraid
He's
of you.
vulnerable. He's in
What
a
if
state
he's
that's more
armed? What if he has
vulnerable.
like a gun or a knife or
This
something like
This
that?
is very important.
Yeah.
Self-defense cannot be tactic specific. Self-defense is
Right.
self-defense. So if a
Right.
weapon is present, you either have to make a decision immediately to move, right? Whether it's to run away or to drive back into them. And what's great about that is FBI statistics show that if you do run away,
Right.
there's only a 4% chance that they're going to hit you. And it even drops more because most guns are not even discharged in that kind of situation.
Okay.
All right, and then also you have just general safety tips that everybody should follow.
Sure. I mean, obviously, a lot of these are kind of street knowledge of walk with confidence, right? Based on that,
If you look vulnerable, or if you look like
That's
you're,
right.
you're going to be,
Right.
you're a tourist or whatever.
Right. If you look confident, you probably won't even be a target. Based off of that, then do not walk and text. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Do that all the
Of course,
time.
of course, everybody does. Next could be.
Don't unlock
Don't unlock all your doors.
Yeah,
like if you're
yeah.
opening the
I mean,
trunk.
if you're opening a car door, go straight to your one door, open it. All right. Don't unlock all of them with the remote. All right. Then, of course, we covered before. Always hit above the shoulders or below the waist. Otherwise, it's not going to really do what you need to
We
do.
can get him below the waist with all that padding.
Well, you can knee him right
Go for
now.
it,
Go ahead.
Hoda. Come on.
And then, most importantly,
I was coming on.
I wasn't doing that right, was I? Captain Chris.
Todd Herman.
Thank you both
He took all the
very
credit.
much.
everybody can go to closecombattraining.com for free videos and self-defense lessons.
Great free
excellent.
videos, important tools.
Thanks to both
This
of
is
you
all
very,
stuff that you
very
can
much.
use.